So Ivern is now the top win rate jungler, as far as I can tell. This is basically due to the buffs Riot gave him over time, combined with the new jungle, make it so that he's actually pretty good. And people figured out that Windspeaker's blessing is pretty good on him, so heals and shields are 10% stronger, so that alone adds a lot to the kit. But then when you combine it with items like Athene's Unholy Grail and the Redemption item, when you combine it with Redemption and the Locket, then that actually starts adding up. And there's a few mechanics to note for Ivern right off the bat, is that Wanderer and Movement Speed Quints are going to be like pretty good masteries for him. This is because he's always out of combat in the jungle. The way that he clears the jungle mobs is that he marks it with his passive. You probably have an idea of what the champion does already if you're watching this video. But yeah, Runic Affinity, he's not like a really high damage dealer, so Assassin Mastery doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It's more of a team fight focused control jungler. But there's basically free damage here, and he's not gonna run out of mana because he builds the Chalice, so Meditation would be completely wasted in mid game. Greenfather's Gift, because he spawns his own bushes, this is the best mastery to get, without a doubt. Quickly to run over the runes, in case you have no idea what to do for runes, you run attack speed reds, just because there's like no other stat that would be better for his reds. Like the amount of AP you get wouldn't really be worth it. The amount of armor you can get's not really worth it. And he needs the attack speed to make himself a threat. The attack speed is purely for damage against champions, so you might be thinking, why wouldn't you go with Hybrid Pen? And the answer to that is that lethality is really nerfed, so attack speed and attack damage comparably to the old armor pen, they got a lot better. Now that lethality penalizes the armor pen so harshly early on. Now, if you think about the rest of his kit, you may be like, well, I want to get some extra damage because it doesn't sound like he does a whole lot of damage. But the thing about Ivern's play pattern is that this extra amount of damage from precision is not going to be enough in most cases for you to all in. So really, what it comes down to is having enough CDR to go with your Athene's build. And by virtue of having the extra CDR, you can pump out a lot more damage and heals by being able to stay in the fight longer. You don't really need the bonus armor and magic resist, in my opinion. You'd probably just go for the flat sustain. He really needs that in the jungle, since he gives up health in order to clear the camps. Not directly, but in order to put down the relic, you have to sacrifice some of your health. And then Explorer is going to be really good on him. Anytime an Ivern is in the game, Explorer is going to go up in value. I think it's pretty obvious that we're going with our healing and regeneration theme here, so we're going to go with Runic Armor as well. All these bonuses stacked up just make it so that the kit really works. Reducing Ivern's summoner cooldowns is pretty useful as well. And that's basically it. I don't have him as a champion, so I'm not going to do a jungle clear, but it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. What a lot of people do is they'll start with Q and steal the enemy red or something like that. So the best route, in my opinion, is to mark the opposite camp of you. You mark your own red and then go try and steal the enemy red or something like that. But everyone's got their own strategy.